CVM News report.
The hallowed halls of the church, once seen as a safe haven, have apparently lost that sanctity, as the heinous manner in which these acts are being carried out have flowed over onto its grounds. The killing of 51-year-old Andrea Lou Garwood in the midst of a church service has shocked the nation. She was executed in front of worshippers, both young and old alike, and has left the church community fear-stricken, not only in Falmouth, but island-wide. This incident is almost like deja vu, as a man in February of last year was killed at the Emmanuel Apostolic Church grounds on Slipe Road in Kingston. A place of refuge for many in a predominantly Christian society is seeming to not be as safe as it once was. Chairman of Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches and President of Jamaica Evangelical Alliance, Reverend Dr. Peter Garth, says not only does he believe that it is too easy for criminals to access guns, but the psyche of young criminals is alarming.
It sends a signal, the lack of respect for human life, for the church, for the people of God.
Reverend Garth says the nation must remember that Christians are not immune to crime, and this should be a moment of action.
Churches might need to look at the matter of cameras, because that can help, in assisting the security forces. We ourselves have to be very careful and in terms of being more vigilant as persons come in and out of the church.
The chairman says though the killing has shaken up the nation and the immediate reaction may be to pray for retribution and vengeance, grace is to be extended.
I am asking God for mercy for some of those gunmen. They are young and they need help, and we must help them.
Paige Dixon, CVM Live.
Internationally, the UN Security Council has failed to agree on a joint statement condemning Monday's coup in Myanmar. Aung San Suu Kyi was among dozens of political figures picked up by the army and reportedly remains under house arrest. The National League for Democracy's party has called for Aung San Suu Kyi's immediate release and for the army to acknowledge the November 20 election results. In Myanmar's largest city, Yangon, residents banged pots and pans as part of widespread protests. Al Jazeera's Ali Fowle reports.
A day after a coup in Myanmar, soldiers on the street are a stark reminder of the new military regime. In Yangon, banks and shops reopened as the city seemed to be quietly returning to normal. But the mood among the people here seemed low as they digested what had happened.
When I heard the news, I couldn't believe it. I'm sad. I'm sad for the people. I feel pain in my heart. I think people are going to face trouble.
I can't even eat or sleep. We are not strong enough to do something back to them. We don't have power. They seize the power because they have guns. We have nothing.
On Monday, the military detained de facto leader Aung San Suu Kyi and other prominent political figures. Since the arrests, some regional ministers and lawmakers have been released. In a country where she and her NLD party remain extremely popular, winning a landslide victory in November elections, this coup will undoubtedly be unwanted by many.
But all the people I've met, men, women, even children, don't want to return to military rule, and they hate even the thought of it, even the very sound of it. They don't want it. But what can they do?
The NLD party has released a statement attributed to Aung San Suu Kyi, calling for the people to protest against the military's actions.
All the voters who gave their backing to us in the 2020 general election should follow Aung San Suu Kyi's instructions to carry out civil disobedience.
That call has been widely shared across social media.
Here on the streets of Yangon, it seems like business as usual. But although it's calm for now, voices of dissent are starting to be heard.
The NLD is calling for the immediate release of those who have been arrested. A party spokesperson says Suu Kyi is in good health. And as the sun goes down, the sounds of resistance can be heard in the city. People striking pans and drums from their balconies and sounding their car horns, all in protest against the military coup. Ali Fowl, Yangon, Al Jazeera.
And now for the weather. Present weather shows clear skies. The temperature for today is 29 degrees Celsius or 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are southeast at 12 to 21 miles per hour, reaching as high as 29 miles per hour over open waters and elevated areas. Seas are moderate with waves of 4 to 6 feet. The weather forecast says to expect partly sunny skies with a 20% or slight chance of a brief shower for today, and for tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 60% or moderate chance of brief evening and overnight showers. Sunset today will be at 6:08 p.m., sunrise tomorrow at 6:41 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jason Davis.